Well, after 3 months nearly of the lockdown and not being on site, this is the first day we've been able to get back on just to have a quick peek to see how she's getting on. As you can see, she's not doing too bad, albeit cosmetically she's looking pretty scruffy because of all the bad weather and inactivity for these last 3 months. We'll have a little look inside, see how she's getting on. When we first popped her open, in all fairness, she was not too bad at all. Won't be going down that end, but it's pretty dry. Well, it's completely dry down the back. Inside, apart from a little bit of stale air, we can't really knock it for 3 months of having the doors and windows shut. Obviously the panel's open at the moment. As we left on our last sort of work day, just before the lockdown, we're busy working through an electrical fault. So there is still generators and panels open. See again, evidence of it being a bit grubby on the top, but nothing that a clear day and a little bit of a wash can't fix. Moving forward again, you probably noticed we've removed all of the seats, just taking them back inside the cabin just to make sure that they don't deteriorate any quicker than they need to be. We'll have to change out these desiccant pots as well because they're nicely full. And moving forward into the nose, apart from a couple of drops of water there, she is relatively dry. Again, it's definitely some overdue spring cleaning is needed. And if we clamber our way back again, not so easy when you're holding a camera. You can see back over the wings. Again, cosmetic sort of bit of dirt on the top and bit of the sort of the moss and what have you, but again, nothing too major. This side faring a little bit better, mainly because it's open to the elements from the airfield itself, and the sun's on it a little bit more to stop it from growing. Then moving back, as we saw before, nice and dry, ready for the rest of the team to get back on and finish the jobs that we started before the lockdown, and then complete the others that we've got lined up for her. Again, you can see there, bit on the mucky side, but we can live with that for the time being. The upper surface of the tails, they always get the worst, but it's also the easiest to clean. Some of you may have noticed the bomb doors just sagging a little bit there. We've had a reoccurrence of the hydraulic issue from earlier on in the year. We've now overhauled the pumps again. Found a second pump from our stores, and when we can get back on site in force, we'll be refitting that and then that will allow us to close up the hydraulic system, and then we can pump the bomb doors back up and go for an engine run after that. While we're here, I'll have a quick peek at Zebedee as well. Again, fair and the same with the green moss and what have you on the top, but nothing a quick wash down can't fix. And then for those of you that are a little bit eagle-eyed, you may have noticed this not so small boat, which just happens to be our new acquisition, which was an airborne lifeboat that for a small period of time in the Shackleton's career used to be attached to the Bombay and used in air search and rescue. And basically they would locate the downed aircrew, and they would fly over their position, drop this from the air, and allow it to come down on its own built-in parachutes, of which then when it hit the water, 9 times out of 10 it was upside down or well below the level of the water. It had its onboard self-righting and inflation devices that would bring it back to the surface and upright, and then your downed aircrew would be able to swim up, open up these doors. You can just see the very basic hinge mechanism on there. They could open those up, use these to climb inside the boat and fire up its engine, raise its mast, and get themselves either to safety or at least to live a little bit longer. So a larger boat could come and pick them up, but that'll be getting featured a lot more in the near future as we start to get that up on its trolley and get it restored, and hopefully feature it a lot more in events and runs and other items in the future. Just before I leave you, this is one last look at Avro Shackleton WR963.